Welcome to actually the first episode of Out and About with Trev for 2020. There's been a lot going on in the last, 4 to 6 months. And at the end of last year, I headed away for an awesome bushwalk. It was 9 days from JB Plain, down Brandy Creek Spur, up to Ainsborough, across to Twonga Huts, across the Fainters. That was a very special hike. From basically where my mum's ashes are scattered to ultimately where my daddy's down at Bright, and things didn't quite go to plan, and I hope to feature that hike in detail in the coming weeks. But with the bushfires, I'd planned to be away over Christmas and the bushfires were threatening, so I didn't do that. And of course now we've got the COVID-19 virus causing a lot of issues and causing a lot of people to stay home, and there's lots of things are shut down. There's not a lot that you can do, and it's all become very, very tricky. But what's been interesting, one of the biggest issues I've had in the last few years is that this is the only set of wheels I've had in the driveway. It's a bit hard to drive the trailer around. This thing has sat in this spot for pretty much the last 5 years, and I've had no real option. I brought it down from up in Bright, where I lived for 30 years, and put it here, and here it sat because I've had no way of towing it around, obviously. But what I can tell you, in about a week's time, this thing's going to move. It's not going to move very far, about 20 feet up the driveway, and I'm going to have something completely different parked here. I've been able to utilise some of the additional payments from the government as part of the stimulus package in regard to the COVID-19, and put that money into what I think is an awesome use, which is getting myself a set of wheels. And this thing's going to be absolutely awesome. The only way I've been able to do it is get a cheap thing that needs a bit of work. I've got to take the engine out, it needs a new head gasket, it needs a few other things, get a roadworthy on it. But I'm hoping in the next 2 to 3 months, I'll be able to have this thing on the road. So it's very much watch this space. And like I say, after sitting here for 5 years, the trailer is going to move. This is the only spot I've got to work on the vehicle I'm about to get, and it's going to be very exciting. This is a huge thing. I went and had a look at the car the other day. It's a great thing. It fits my purposes precisely. I'm not going to go into too much detail just at the moment, but I just thought, it'd be nice to just say, well, this is in the way at the moment, but this is going to change. And I just hope everyone's staying safe. I hope everyone's respecting the rules. I've heard some people saying, who are the government to tell us what to do? Well, at the end of the day, the government do have the right to tell us what to do when it comes to a public health situation. And what I think a lot of people aren't understanding with the COVID-19, it's not about whether you and I are going to get sick. I'm a fairly healthy 50-year-old, and I'll take my chances. 2% mortality, I say I'll take my chances, but what it is for the elderly whose immune systems aren't as good, and certainly for people that have got compromised immune systems, such as those suffering from HIV or various other conditions, they're the ones truly at risk. And if we look at what's happened in Europe, and they've had hundreds and hundreds of people drop dead over this thing. And in fact, if you go to this website and have a look at the numbers, you can see that now more people have died in Italy than have died in China. So that sort of tells you that something's gone hugely wrong. This thing is a big issue, and we need to respect it. And well, I got all prepared to be quarantined for 2 weeks, but it's going to be bigger than that. But like I say, I've got a home project to work on. It's going to be great to be working on a vehicle over the next couple of months, and this will keep me focused. And what I'm hoping is that it'll put me in a really good position later in the year when we bounce out of this thing. I'll have a new set of wheels on the road, and a new set of wheels for me, and I may even be able to upgrade my main camera by the end of the year. So hopefully, as bad as 2020 is, hopefully 2021 can be better, and we'll just see where it goes. But for the moment, like I say, this is where it's all going to happen, and that's about it. Cheers, guys.